Hey there. If you're drawn to stories about love, betrayal, and unexpected twists, make sure to subscribe and become a part of our storytelling family. Let's begin. I woke up to the sharp sound of a key turning in the front door. Froze. It was 6:03 a.m. Beside me, Noah was still asleep, his arm resting across my waist, his face gently tucked into the curve of my neck, like we had all the time in the world. The hotel room was dim, but a sliver of morning sunlight slipped through the curtains, bright enough to light up the fear running through my mind. That sound, that key, it wasn't housekeeping. It was my husband. I barely managed to whisper, "Get up," before the door creaked open. And there he was, Ethan, my husband of 6 years, standing in the doorway, staring directly at us. His lips didn't move. His eyes didn't blink. He simply stood there, silent. It felt like my lungs had turned to stone. Noah sat up, still half asleep, unaware of the storm he had just woken up to. And Ethan didn't yell. He didn't rush toward us. He didn't even cry. He just dropped the hotel key onto the floor and slowly closed the door behind him. I couldn't move. I couldn't even breathe. Noah looked at me, confusion quickly turning into panic. Was that my husband? Choked out. Then came the chaos. I grabbed my clothes from the floor, my hands shaking so badly I struggled to get dressed. I couldn't even look at Noah. My thoughts were racing. My mind was burning. How did Ethan find me? I had told him I was flying out for a weekend retreat with my old college friends. I even showed him a fake Airbnb listing. I planned every detail carefully. I thought I had covered everything. I was certain. I reached home about an hour later. Ethan's car was still in the driveway. I walked in prepared to beg, to lie, to explain, but he was gone. No suitcase missing, no note, nothing. Just the silence of a man who had seen more than enough. The next 3 days were pure agony. He didn't respond to my messages. He didn't show up to work. He had turned off his location. The only proof he was still alive was a $3,000 withdrawal from our joint bank account at an ATM. Then on the 4th day, I came back from the grocery store and found him sitting in the living room, as if nothing had happened, wearing his reading glasses, scrolling through his iPad. "Hi," he said, like I hadn't just broken his heart. My throat went dry. "Ethan, I'm sorry. I don't even know where to begin. Please just let me explain." He looked up at me, eyes calm. "How long?" Pause. That was my first mistake. He nodded slowly and set the iPad down. "You hesitated. So, more than once." I sat on the edge of the coffee table in front of him. "It wasn't planned. Started a couple of months ago. I never meant for it to go this far. I was just lonely. You've been distant for a long time and He raised his hand. "I don't want to hear the clichés. I just wanted to see if you'd lie to me." I didn't know how to respond. Then he said something I wasn't expecting. "I didn't go to the hotel to catch you. I was going to surprise you with a spa package. I thought you were overwhelmed. I went to drop off a gift bag at the front desk." They told me you just checked in with a man. Gasp. Ethan. He looked up at me then, not angry, just exhausted. You were in a hotel room with another man, and they still called me your husband. Silence filled the room. Then he stood up, grabbed his keys and said quietly, "I'll stay at my sister's for a few days. Don't call me." When he left, I broke down completely. It wasn't just guilt, it was grief. Because I knew I had destroyed something more than trust. I had ruined the kind of love people spend their whole lives searching for. Ethan wasn't perfect, but he was good. He was kind, loyal. And I had chosen excitement over stability, newness over loyalty. I didn't hear from him for 6 days. Then one night, I came home to find a manila envelope on the kitchen counter. Inside was a single sheet of paper. A divorce agreement. No shouting. No fight. Just the end. But I wasn't ready to let him go. The next day, I went to his sister's house and begged him to talk to me. To my surprise, he let me in. We sat across from each other on the patio. His arms were crossed. His expression unreadable. "I know I don't deserve it," I said, my voice trembling. "But you need to know, it wasn't about you. I was selfish. I was foolish. And I see that now. I miss you. I love you." He looked at me for a long moment before responding. "I believe you. I even believe that you're sorry. But love isn't just about saying sorry, it's about the choices we make. And you made yours." Tears started to roll down my face. He didn't move. Then he said something unexpected. "You can stay for dinner if you'd like." Just dinner. It wasn't much, but it was something. Maybe a tiny spark of hope. We stayed. We talked just about simple surface-level things. Work. His niece's ballet recital. Felt normal, almost comforting. But when I reached for his hand, he gently pulled away. "I'm not there," he said softly. "And I don't know if I ever will be." The days after that passed slowly. He didn't block me. We exchanged a few messages. I didn't push or plead. I just stayed honest. Then one morning 2 weeks later, I woke up to a message from him. It was a photo. He was sitting at a dinner table, smiling beside a woman. Her hand rested on his. His eyes were bright. No caption. No explanation. But I understood. He was moving on. And that's when it finally hit me. This wasn't just the result of one mistake. It was the cost of my choices. It wasn't just a consequence. It was a reckoning. I hadn't only betrayed him that day in the hotel room. I had given away a future. I had destroyed the home we built. I had broken the heart of a man who once believed I would never hurt him. The worst part. I still loved him. But love doesn't undo damage. And sometimes saying "I'm sorry" just isn't enough to repair what you've broken.